And hello, fellow raiders. Welcome to another raid video. And here we are in the Supreme Elhain Summon Rush event, and probably worse than we expected, or probably about in that range. But 4,300 points to get 15 fragments, making this a mandatory must-do. These are fragments you cannot skip whatsoever. And yeah, I guess we're going to do that today. This kind of like sums up why I really, really wait for guaranteed champion events. They basically turned all fusions into kind of guaranteed events of spend shards and get somewhat of the way there. I prefer the guaranteed ones just because we're going to cut out all this other, call it crap, along the way. Where it's like, oh, we'll drag it out for X number of weeks. Nah, don't do any of that. Don't drag it out. Don't put a dozen events for it. If you're going to make us just pull massive numbers of shards like this, just put it up front. But they don't want to do that because they like sunken cost fallacies. So, but I always kind of expected this would happen. So we will be pulling for that in just a second. Plarium has also dropped this Path of the Clover event, and it's done through getting artifacts or basically dungeon divers or champion training. The diver part is pretty bad. I don't know that it's even all that viable to do. Probably can get the lion's share of points through training if you are going for this. I'm kind of on the fence if I want to do this or not. I mean, 30,000 points is a lot for a Souls Known. It's a lot of points. But if I do some of this, I would definitely skip on the second training event for the fusion. So keep that in mind. If you have limited training resources, brews and chickens and whatnot. So I'm leaning toward my 10 fragments that I skip for Elhain will be Summon Rush. But if I decide to skip out on Path of the Clover, I'll probably skip the last Dungeon Divers and the last Artifact. Actually, speaking of which, I just did Artifact Enhancement, got my fragments for that. Don't really care about trying to get that. Shard is going to just sit there as far as I'm concerned. The Summon Rush, this is 8 Sacreds and 15 Agents. I don't think Voids are worth it, as we will see in a moment, because this is what's going on. 10x, 10x's are nothing. 10x's don't really mean jack at this point in the game. The Voids, Supreme Elhain is regarded as kind of like the worst champion, like almost bottom tier of all Voids. So no one is seriously recommending summon for her. Seer is great if you don't have a Seer. This is probably something you might want to go for. I have at least 2. I have one built. Build a second one. I haven't felt the need. These 3 champions are all good. These are all good champions. Can't complain. I would be happy if I pulled any of these. I have a Moss Salad, or a Moss Salad, however you like to pronounce it. Second one would be fine. Not ideal, but I prefer a new one. Second one would just be either Empowerment or Affection Guardian. On the Epic side, I would like the Sylvan Watcher. I don't like that they throw in these other champions just to dilute the pool. Let's move on to the summoning part of the show. We'll do the 8 Sacreds, we'll do 15 Ancients, we'll do 20 Souls, and we will be out of here, and you can enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good luck to you if you are summoning. Hopefully I will have some luck as well, but let's find out. First up is a Juliana. My first Time Boss Poisoner was buffed. Have not revisited her because I did not care. Next up is Kunoichi, largely forgettable champion. And next up is Bear Beast. Pure food. Pure food. Drake. Wants to be a Draco, is not. 4 more shards. Having wonderful luck so far, as you can see. Hey, I'll take this as a win. Like, I need someone who can do damage in the Sylvan Watchers, and this guy can do. He's at least an attack champion with extra turn, AoE. We're going to do it from the one random buff from the target. 10% chance of getting this champion. He's an extra turn monster, so this is a good pull. Actually, he's in the 10x. I didn't have him. He's in the new faction, and even for Faction Wars, he gets to go into Minotaur's lair at some point, and we'll probably use him in the Faction War team when that rolls around. 3 more. Still nothing but purple. Ina, meh. Ina's a meh. More purple. Deathless. Deathless is food. There's some cheeky teams you can build with Deathless, but see it coming. Last but not least, a Horden. They're trying to sell Horden for $50 back when the game first came out. That's our 8. Let's do 10 pull, then our 5 pull, down to 72, 372. Nothing. Okay. Gaelic is pretty terrible. Do 5 signals because we're not going to use any more shards for this event that we need to. Food. Oh, purple. Kailash, good champion. Buff extender and like a reflex or automatic ally protect. I have one built already. More. Food. Fane. Fane's a pretty good clan boss. Nuger for an unkillable team. I already have at least 1, maybe 2 of her. And last but not least, food. Alright. Hopefully I am reasonably good at math. Hopefully my math is on point. 4,300. There we go. Take energy for a tournament. XP barrel. I have a bunch of XP barrels now. Titan event. Got me a legendary skill tome, so there's a score. If I can get to the avatar, that's about all I'm really interested in, because the rest of the stuff you will get in other ways over time. My OCD. I just throw these guys in there. All right. And like I mentioned, Dathi was new. Who I'm actually would be happy to build, so something to do with champion training. And last but not least, we will do 20 souls and get out of here. So let's see if the souls give us something where we might reconsider building. Wow, a 6-star Ripperfest. Sometimes you just do things because it would be funny. But just look into that. Anyone ever seen a 6-star Synod Ripperfest? It'd even be worth building him for that. Don't know. So far, nothing that's really made me want to change anything. Let's see, the Lua's new. And Ripperfist might be just one of those you do just because it would be funny. What do you guys think? Ripper Fist for Ripper Fist for the fun of it? Uh, all champ. These two I don't have, but that'd be nice. But Ripper Fist I do have. Look at Ripper Fist real fast before we go. There he is. What does he do? Increase attack. It takes a ton of bucks. Heal reduction. And here's a passive. She drops below 50%. Probably not. Ripper Fist is probably not going to be built. So, even with a 6-star blessing, I don't think I'd build Ripper Fist. That's how bad of a champion he is, unfortunately. Okay, so I think we are 60. Wait. Yeah, we're at 60. Didn't click on that. All right. We should be at 75 out of 100. I have so far grabbed every fragment so far. I have not grabbed any events. Like I said, either the champion training or the two dungeon the dungeon divers and the artifact enhancements. But that's it. That's my luck. No gold. Just paying that tax for this gal. And hopefully you had better luck than I did, although I will take the deathy. I'll call that a win, better than most weeks. I will see you guys next time.